Well, good morning, folks. This is Greg from the Queensland World War II Relic Hunters. My son Anthony is out there at the moment in the field in our area in Queensland. It is a wee bit hot at the moment, but that's a typical summer day here in Australia. As for 2019, the year hasn't been very productive for me, being in the hospital and things like that. But we endeavoured to finish off this year in spirit, and hopefully we'll find some nice finds today before next year, which is 2020. Hopefully we'll have a bit more videos out and finds. It sounds like the sun's just found something. Might have found in a dump. But yeah, well, as I said, this is typical Australia wherever we're from. We got very extreme conditions at the moment, very drought restricted. We've got a lot of fires happening down south and up north and out west. But apart from me jabbing on and wishing you all a pleasant last year, this year, and happy festivities, and I hope you all happy new year next year. Get out there, see what you can find, and let's hope we can get something fantastic next year. So wishing everyone a happy new year. Let's go and find some relics today, and we'll take some photos, and hopefully we'll find something spectacular like we did last time. And you never know what you find out there in the scrubs, so stay tuned and we'll see what we got. Other targets I've been hitting today have all been nailed, so there's been no point recording anything. But what we've got now, we just found a cut down 50 cal. So they're up to something. There'll be a date on it, on the head stamp, saying what year and where she was made. Might be Lake City. So that was actually, my depth perception is no good at the moment, so you're looking at about 4 inches, maybe 5 if you're lucky. So that's our first official military target in this area, apart from the T-handle this morning and all the nails. So on to the next one. Okay, our first target is a belt buckle. Looks like someone's stand on it. That's why it's out of shape. Okay, so that's our first target for the day. One belt buckle. It's pretty big. That was only about an inch down, so we'll endeavour to find some more relics today. Next find is a gator buckle, bent. Where's sitting, I suppose. So on to the next find. Okay, we're back. Another area. Just coming down of a track, and I spied this ink bottle. Now I haven't touched him. That's how he is on the track. Around here there's a lot of glass. I see Coca-Cola glass in this area, so it might pay to have a look. But in the meantime, we'll have a look at this fella and see if he's survived the vehicles, and if he has, then we've got another ink bottle in green. And look at that, fantastic screw cap. Isn't that bloody fantastic? He's got a few scratches on him from the vehicles. He's been pushed around on the dirt and the rocks. But yeah, that is bloody fantastic. Okay, so on to the next find. We'll have a look here in a minute, because we've got, as I said, broken glass. And before I go anywhere else, I'll have a look in this area and see what we come up with. But yep, there we go. A survivor of a vehicle track. And a few scratches to prove it. And on to the next find. Okay, first find's an eagle, but she's a bit mangled up. So we'll have a look around this area and see what we can come up with. Yeah, so it's a shame. It's all mangled up. We're in an area where we found a lot of eagle buttons previous. And you can see in the hole down there we found another one. So far we found squash ones, bent ones. This one's still got a shank on, but it is bent. Just picked up a small one just a minute ago. So we'll keep going in this area and see how we go. But yeah, we're getting more eagle buttons, so keep going. Okay, what we've got here is another tent slab. You can see the rocks are all down there and then it branches off. But someone's cut a tree down and it's gone over that side of the tent slab. So we're in an area where there's got a lot of these tent slabs. So what we've got to do is now just look around this one and see what we can come up with. So far we've found a lot of eagle buttons. We're just waiting on the pit to drain out, so we can go back and have a look at that later. In the meantime, let's see what the next one. Typical bath slabs that we come across in the scrub. You've got your hot water point down there, a bit spitting at the moment. So yeah, this one we haven't found yet. So we'll endeavour to keep looking at it. But this is what we find around the scrub, and we appreciate them leaving these things so we know where we are on a camp. Later on we'll check maps and check it all out. As I said, we just got a little bit of a spit of a rain, so just going to have to go and bear with it. Okay folks, we're just following this road trail down, and so far we found a burnt blue bottle, the heel of a boot, we have a Dixie lid.
I'll take that.
So, might be a name or something on that, but there's a washout, and we're not far from a camp that we were checking out.
Who found it?
That's Ian found that one. I found the heel, blue bottle.
Yeah mate, clean that up.
So, we've got 3 types of detectors here today. Ian's bought a tornado equipped mine lab. So that's Ian's toy.
Did you mention the Dixie lid's got and this one too?
Oh, that's an old thing.
Is it? Oh, I got the old thing too. You got to have one of them things.
No, one of these.
Oh, they're better.
Oh yeah, waterproof.
Okay. And cheap?
Yeah, only $100 compared to the.
Well, this one was 110.
Yeah, but with the Garrett carrots, they're around about the $200 mark.
Yeah.
Whereas that Land Pro from a dealer down here, Dios,
Yeah.
Justin, he sells these for $120.
I got another one from what's that? From J-Car.
Yeah.
40 something bucks it was.
Yeah.
But it works on the same frequency as this stuff, no good.
Well, this doesn't interfere with Anthony's metal detector or mine.
This doesn't, yeah, that's good here, but the other one it interferes with mine.
But being waterproof, Anthony's got a waterproof, and we've got one waterproof detector on us.
That's good.
So, what we're going to do is have a look around here and see what else we can find. Ian looks like he's found the point of entrance. Okay folks, we've just come off our little adventure up and over the hill. This is to be about our 3rd target. We found tent loops and now Anthony's found probably a small Australian badge.
Sweetheart's brooch.
And it could be a sweetheart's brooch. But this is one of our awesome finds today. So we're in an area that we've meant to check, and we're on an old trail here. So Anthony will probably grab a bit of water and give it a bit of a clean.
No mate, no, because there's still guilt on that.
Yeah, I know, just put the water on it.
Oh, look at that. She's a sweetheart brooch.
And look at that. And Anthony turned around to my camera instead of me trying to find him. That's very nice sweetheart's brooch. And yeah, definitely when we give it a bit more clean, and we'll show you on the stills. But you can see the red in there, still gold gilt, and if Anthony turns to the other side.
Nah, it's thick. You can just wet in my hand.
And you can see the part of the brooch still there. But as I said, we'll clean this up properly.
This will be the second one out of the camp.
So we'll definitely keep our eyes open, so Anthony will put it in a nice safe spot where I can pinch it later and claim it for mine. Okay, so we'll look around here and see what we can find next. Back again after lunch. We're probably in a camp area. Just came across a coat hanger and a live carbine round, 30 cal. That was especially on the surface, that one. So it's not bad. It's an M1 carbine round. So paid to have a look around here and see what else we got and get back to it. Okay, see you in the next one. As we look around in these scrubs, we like to find their watering points, and we just found this tank, what's left of it, the base. As you can see, all they do is bring it down to about 6 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
And
This shows you how to fix it.
we're inside the water tank now. I don't think we found anything in here, but if we come over this side, you can see what we find them in the when there's a fire. But as you can see, that's all that remains of these water tanks now after they leave the area. So it gives us a general idea where kitchens and shower blocks are and watering points. But yeah, that's all that's left of this now, is just that bit of metal. As you can see, they riveted it together and tank bolted. And yeah, so I'm standing in the middle, and yep, she's only a small one, 10,000 gallons. I think this one will be classified, but yeah, there's not much left of it now. So yep. And over there is the end. So it's only a little one, about 10,000 gallons. So we had a good day today. We found some stuff. Anthony's found a hat badge. Also, we found a US dog collar tag. I found about 3 live M1 carbine rounds, bits and pieces. And hello, Anthony's found something. He's kicking it. I don't know what he's kicking, but it ain't a football, that's for sure. You sure it's not live? No, it didn't go boom. But
Wherever it is, it's floating. Definitely check my wall. Around or something.
no, I think you'll find that's one of those water lines.
It's loaded. Got a projectile something in it. That's curled back, that's loaded.
Huh?
That's loaded.
Yeah.
Take it.
Oh well.
Exploded stuff.
Anthony's fair. Take it. Okay, so we had a pleasant day and we're heading home now. We'll show you the finds at the end of the day, and tomorrow we'll give you a wrap up. Good night. Okay, come back on the first find is a round container. I think I did hit it by the looks of that, but inside it's either felt or some type of material, and it rattles. Maybe just dirt, but that's the first find for the day, so don't know what it is. Could be dirt by the looks of that. Yep, definitely dirt. But we definitely have felt in there, so looks like a screw lube. Don't know. We'll have to clean it up and see what it is, and then continue on. Okay, the next target is a 13 star button. Find this common around here. That one's in pretty good nick. It was down about 2 to 3 inches. So it's a 13 star button. So on to the next one. Okay, we got our first coin for the day, a 1943 rue penny. It was down about 3 to 4 inches. So, still fine and stuff. So, that's not bad. Pretty good condition. Hey folks, just following the fire trail back to our car for lunch, and below my hole I just hit a target just under the surface near my boot, and what should come out of it is a big cross, and Christian cross. There's something on it. I can't see until we give it a clean up, but there's markings on it. But yeah, that's alumina. It's not brass, and it's definitely not steel because it hasn't rusted away. We've got a loop on the top. So, what were the Yanks thinking? Who will be wearing one of those around their necks? Okay, on to the next find. Okay, on the way up, next target's a coin just under the surface, and it's in pretty good condition really for a 1940 rue penny. And that was just sitting on the surface underneath the dirt. 1940. So this fire trail on the way back is producing some finds. Okay, on to the next. Okay, we just dug up another coin, 1928 Commonwealth 1 penny. Okay, and we also picked up a 1952 penny Commonwealth 2. Okay, to the next one. Anyway folks, welcome to the roundup. We went out on Saturday, we did a bit of a hunt for a couple of hours, and this is just some of the finds we found. Starting here, Anthony found 70 cents in spendable money. Got a 50 cal shotgun shell, it's a live 45, your gator buckles, bullet tips with a brass buckle. We got our variable US 30-06's rounds. Got a live 30 cal and 2 30 cal empties. ADF, we got the M16s. We had plenty of them this weekend. We also found one plastic SLR and an unknown round. Now up in this corner, this tin is actually shoe polish tin. It was our first target for the day, but inside was cloth, and then that cloth we worked out was herringbone, part of the uniform. And what they were using this for is that's a nugget tin, and you can still see the brown on this one of the cloth. So it was a tan shoe polish. Very nice, very unusual to find something that was just starting to break down, and we found the cloth. In the corner there we got a sinker, Williams double-ended shaving stick. That's one end's flattened. Our usual tent pegs, I can't seem to get away from them. Part of your cup canteen, that's what's left of it. Tent loops, unknown brass, lead, parts of buildings, more brass. They were trying to make something out of that by the looks. This one here has letterings on it. We will endeavour to clean it up and find out what this is all about. Could be just part of the fuse, part of the shell. So in this corner, bit of shrapnel we found near a latrine. A Commonwealth coin with a hole drilled into it. Can't pretty well toasted. Can't get a date on it, but we will try to see what we can do. Coins we found a 1928 one penny, 1935 penny, 1940 root penny, 1942 root penny, and the find of the day was this like a silver cross that was on the fire trail. And all in all, we had a pretty good day. We had other things to do that day, so our time was short. So yeah, so we enjoyed our day, and we'll catch you next time. Okay, back in World War II, the Americans built slabs for there's shower rooms and all sorts of things. There was no Rio in the concretes. Simple reason, we banned it, finished, gone, breaks up over time. Now, what you got here is a block of concrete, and we know it's American. How do we know that? Sure enough, there's no Rio in it. But this block of concrete let me off a signal. I couldn't work it out, and I turned it over, and that's your top part of the block, as you can see, and that's your bottom block. Now, the intriguing thing of this is that an American soldier was working on this, and he dropped his button underneath the concrete. So that was what my signal was taken off. I couldn't work out why this block of concrete was giving me a signal. So as you can see, an American button in concrete. We found shell casings in concrete blocks, and yeah, it's unusual. Because they're working around them, I suppose, and of course they rip off shirts. So there you go, one concrete button in a block of concrete. Okay, yes, we've got our second Mills grenade. As you can read, it says 1941, so that's a good one. So this will be the area I want Anthony to check if it comes out on Monday. So it's a good one, that one. You see it said on it, it's got number 36 mark something, I think it says mark 1. I'll have a proper look at that shortly and tell you later. But it gives me an area to point Anthony. Anthony now can get stuck into this area, and I'll head out because I just wanted to verify this is where we might have to do. It's a natural grenade range. I'm in the gully, so therefore if they can throw into the gully, and I don't know about the trees could tell me about shrapnels, but we've got grass growing up them so I can't see. So yep, and this was only about 2 down here, and this is not a tidal creek but a monsoonal creek. In other words, when it floods it will probably dispose it, and these are heavy so they won't float away too fast, so not bad. So we've got number 2, and this one, as I said, 1941, 1941 I think. So okay, so we'll pack it up and head off to my other area, and now I know an area to point Anthony on the weekend, at the end of the weekend. Stay tuned. It pays to check your holes, and when I did, I got a Florence. But what's the mystery about it? The sixpence was 4 inches deep. This was around about 2. But I can't believe it. But with focus, it will be right. But it says 1947, after the war. So maybe they were cleaning up after. And someone dropped it, and maybe dropped the sixpence, I don't know. So first for me in this area, 1947, and you can just see it. So we will clean them up and show you later on what they are, but that's 2 silvers in this one hole. I'll check it again and before I fill it in and see what else we got. Okay, just following the creek down and the surface a bit of a clean. That is what you call Australian brass keeper for your wet belt. It's only just under the ground. Looks pretty intact. Not as thick as the old, new ones. And there you go. Our first brass for the day. Okay, going to pull up and have a bit of a break and then we head back out. Okay, I just think I come across possible trash heap here. Just already got a buckle out of here, what's left of the first day tin on the surface. As you can see, we have a little bubble. It's intact. It's like a perfume bottle. So, might pay to have a look around here just to see what else I can come up with. I found, as I said, a broken wet buckle, good buckle, part of the first day tin and a bit of glass, so might pay to just check this area and have a look to my next find. Okay folks, we're on our way back to the cars for lunch. So I'd come up the creek to go to the cars. Almost on the surface, just underneath the surface is this watch. Definitely American type because we've been catching a lot like this. Might have some markings on the back, you never know. Give it a delicate clean when we get home in the ultrasonic. Anthony will look after it and see what it is. So yeah, so we're on our way back and this first target up the creek. So Mel's been having fun with his nails, so can only give him rookie materials. Can't let him have the good stuff. So on to the next.